All right. Hello, everybody. Grady Paulson. Welcome to the America's Agency Call. We have Miss Digna De Leon Morris on with us and our special guest, Miss Elizabeth Jimenez, absolutely exploding in the Latino market, taking IULs by storm, having to have NLG and F&G hire additional staff to support the massive amount of production they're doing. Just elite producers, but on top of that, they're focused intensely on building their business. And I've had the great pleasure of knowing Digna for some years now, and only recently got to spend more time with Elizabeth. But watching her rise, it doesn't come by luck or by hope. It comes by work. And she has worked intensely hard. She sells at an elite level, outselling so many people, right? We're talking that she has issued, as of today, $406,000 on her own personal pen and no annuities. So those that are always like, oh, how many annuities you got? Okay, listen, big talker. Okay, how many annuities you got, right? So I'm so proud of her, proud of Digna, and I wanted to have a special, like our call. Let's introduce Elizabeth to the world. Let's hear her full story and spend some time with her. So without further ado, how are you doing today, Miss Jimenez?
Great. Brady, I'm so happy to be here. So grateful. This is a very spectacular opportunity that you gave us for the Latino market. And yeah, let's start.
Perfect. Well, I love it. So my goal is always to find a comparison, right? If we all had a bunch of money, we wouldn't be working so hard. All of us start here with no money and ambition. And so I would love for you to share your background, your story, how you found FFL, what were you doing beforehand? I know it's a very special story and it's yours, but some that people can go, I'm going through hard times, and she was going through hard times and she's overcome it. Let's find some comparisons. And I love if you just tell more people about, your background, who you are, how you found us.
Okay, I came here to United States in October of 2020, exactly 5 years ago, with my pocket completely empty, no money, no connections, no friends, no family, because everything started in my country a little bit difficult because of the COVID, and I came here only for 3 months just to try. And I looking around that everything was very different, many opportunities. And I said, oh no, maybe this is a good option to be here. But I started working so hard since the first day because I didn't have money. So I had to push very, very fast because I had to pay my rent, everything. I came here with my daughter. She was 16, 15. And I worked in many things. In a restaurant, like a waitress. I worked in sales in a food company. I used to go to Miami every single day to sell in Miami. I opened there more than 100 supermarkets, but it was not what I wanted for me and for my family. I wanted something more. Always, I had my ambition was like being an entrepreneur woman, very successful, and that was not my goal. And then I finished that job, and I started as a nanny because it was more stable for me. It was better in many senses, money. But the same, always the feeling, this is not enough, this is not for me, I want something more. And it's not just about money, it's about purpose, right? It's about to leave a legacy for my family, for all my generations. It's not about my generation, it's not about myself, it's about 3 or 4 generations. When I found FFL, or I found Digna in social media, like 98% of the agency, I saw something completely different. I saw a system, I saw like something easier. So in that moment, I have said many times, I just need 2 minutes. That's the reason when I'm doing an interview or I'm recruiting and I show everything we have, and the people say, let me think about it. I said, I want to work with people with vision, and we have something that nobody else have. Okay, we have everything here. So they told me, you're gonna work in your house. You only need a computer, a phone, headphones, and that's it, and an internet connection. And I said, I'm in. Where can I sign? And I started, and 2 weeks later, I was in the convention in 2024. I was broken. And when I got back home, I said, my goodness, this is huge. I will do it. Like my life depends on this opportunity. And I want to do it with all my passion, with everything. I will work. And that's exactly what I'm doing. 1.5 years. I haven't stopped one day. Well, maybe 1, 2, 3 days maximum, but I don't stop because I cannot. This is a compound effect.
Yeah.
This is the accumulation of many daily efforts and many daily ability skills, and I'm just taking advantage of that. And I'm so grateful with this company, with Digna, with this team, with my team. I love my team. Yeah. And with Sean and you, of course.
I love it. Wow. So October 2020, your daughter, now she 21 now? 20?
Yeah, she's almost 21.
Almost 21. We got her license yet? She ready? She
Yes. Guess what? Now, this month, she started 1 month ago, and she have submitted more than $45,000 with 20 years old.
Amazing.
And I didn't have to push her. I said, just the example. And she followed me, and she saw results, and she did it by herself. And she knows everything, all the script, she knows everything. I didn't teach her anything, nothing.
Yeah, she had a phenomenal example, and that's where our kids see everything, and that's amazing. So October 20. So for those out there that are like, oh, this is hard. Oh, the leads. Oh, my dialer's not working. I'm marked spam likely. We're talking 5 years ago. You did not speak English, and you just moved here from what country?
Colombia.
Okay. So for everybody out there, let's have some life's perspective. All right. Incredible, Elizabeth. What it takes from it's not about money. It's about purpose, your passion. And I mean, this is what people need to find. You need to find the next gear. And Elizabeth is an example of it. So incredible job on what you've done so far. I would love to tag in Digna for a second, and just, will you share any kind of perspective or like the starting process, any of helping Elizabeth get up and going in the beginning?
Elizabeth is one of those people that she knows what she wanted from the beginning. And when she saw this opportunity at the beginning, she was super part-time because she was working as a nanny. But she was a part-time with a mission. She would not waste anybody's time. Tell me what to do. How many leads do I need to get? How many phone calls? And she was so intense, but very intentional, which is like what most people missed, right? So Elizabeth is that type of person. So she made a goal, Elizabeth. And if you could talk about that, because I know there's a lot of people here that are part-time, or they want to go ahead and I have a full-time job and I want to transition. That's what she did. She transitioned into a full-time here. And she was full-time nanny, part-time here, and then she went totally full-time and changed her life. Mm-hmm. How do you do that? What intention, scheduling, like lead purchase, like people that are here that could I could do that, right? It wasn't like you're so special.
Yes. Since the first moment, I wanted to do the change. So I said, in the moment that I have in my bank account $20,000, I'm going to quit. I'm going to leave my job. So I started working for the $20,000. And every single day, all my free time, I remember very well, Marisa told us in the convention, work part-time like a full-time. That's your full-time job, even if it's part-time, you understand, right? Yeah, so I was very intentional. I started investing in leads since the first day. And since 1 year and a half, February 2024, I haven't stopped one day investing in leads. Even if I'm 3 days off, or even if I have low balance in my bank account in the beginning, it doesn't matter. Every single day, I invest in leads.
So to write approximately issue, right, 40,000 a month, what do you invest in leads per week, per month? What is it? Do you have your own program? Do you do one-off batches? Do you got a marketing company? Whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
Yes. Well, long time ago, I started investing 100 daily, long time ago. Now I'm investing 300 daily.
Okay.
And I have three different systems, and also recurring system.
That's the big money. That's the future right there. So, but just for clarity, so 300 a day. So you started at $100 a day. That's a very manageable number for people to wrap their head around. Yes, it's $3,000 a month, but it's about $700 a week, right? And I think that's the biggest problem with new agents is they'll spend $500 or $700 or $425 that they have, and then they'll try to make $17,000 out of it versus having the mindset of I'm just going to buy a little bit every single week because it's new perspective, it's new time. The 8 leads may have been on vacation. They may not, something happened, but that's the thing where you create that consistent habit. We eat every day. We should shower every day, right? Why don't we buy leads every day, right? But to be at $300 a day is about $9,000. But if you're issuing 40, so it's about 22% of your income is an expense, right? So your investment is about 22% of the ROI. So essentially around a 5x, 4.5x return on your investment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a producer who's gone through the paces to get herself to the level now where she's producing consistently. But this is we're not bragging. We're not making income claims. We're not making promises. We're just telling you real results from a real producer. That's wonderful. So now the leads you're buying, what kind of leads are we getting? All IULs or
yes, I just work IUL. Of course, if the client doesn't qualify for IUL, of course I jump to final expense, but my focus is in IUL.
Okay. I mean, what do you have insight on?
I wanted to add something to that, because one of the things, like you said, Grady, is like we shower every day, we should buy leads every day, right? And I think that's one of the things that make Elizabeth a top producer and a top agency owner, because she has the same mindset for her team, right? And one thing that she does really well, Elizabeth, I want you to talk about what you tell your team and what you did that first 90 days, because this is key. I told Elizabeth, no vacations, no spending, invest in your business. And I tell that to everyone in my agency, but they don't all listen to me. And Elizabeth listened to me, and she's literally has the American dream right now in her hands, in a year and a half in this company. And when I tell people, she's speaking in Spanish, like she's very comfortable in Spanish. So she's helping Spanish clients. So she didn't have to go and learn better English and get all, like she's doing it in her language. She's using her own skills that she brought from Colombia. And she just learned that. Invest every day. Don't try to buy that $500 in leads and try to keep it for 3 months. She buys every day. And the first 90 days, Elizabeth, what do you talk about with your team about those first 90 days that you did and you duplicated?
Well, make mistakes as soon as possible. It doesn't matter if you are wrong. It doesn't matter, but start as soon as possible and invest and don't spend. Only reinvest in your business. Reinvest. That's That's the most important, because that's exactly what I did. I start selling, and my goal was sell one policy daily, one minimum, one policy. Okay, and don't stop.
Okay. I mean, I love the one policy daily. Kyle, you said that on a call recently. He said he kept it up for 9 months and he only missed it because he went to a wedding or something. But I mean, it's just, he's like, sometimes I'll be stacking them and I'll sell an accidental for $9, but I'm not going to break the chain. It's if you ever want to hear a great story, look up the Seinfeld strategy. It talks about how Jerry Seinfeld became so successful is he just made sure he wrote jokes every single day. And now he's one of the most successful comedians of all time. A very similar philosophy. Don't break the chain of buying leads every day or trying to make at least one sale every single day. It becomes a habit. Habit becomes how you identify and how your life is. So I love it. So now with new agents, what is your goal for a lead investment for them? What's their 90-day ramp up period for leads?
Well, in the beginning, the minimum is $50 daily investment in leads.
50 a day is
minimum. Yeah, minimum. With the first sale that I provide them leads, no super hot leads, like 2-3 months leads, all leads. They can sell. All the commission is for them, because I need they have like money to reinvest, and I'm very No, I try to tell them, please don't spend this money in other things. Don't pay your credit card. No, reinvest, because you are becoming better every day. Okay, so invest every day $50. Stay here in the Zoom, listen all the people around, open your microphone and follow the system. Follow the system, because the wheel is, how do you say, Digna? Inventa. Created.
Right. So don't reinvent the wheel. It's already
Don't invent the wheel.
System.
Yeah, everything is. It's for you here. Just stay here in the Zoom and listen and learn every day and become better and better and better. And you will see your closing rate at the beginning could be 10%. But if you still consistent and you still hear and you listen and you learn and you ¿cómo se dice? Desaprender.
You gotta unlearn.
You will have a better rate closing rate very fast. Okay, so if you still doing that, believe me, in few days your rating close will be 40%, 50%. Now my rating close is like 60-70%.
I love it. Well, that's such, you have to unlearn your bad habits and learn how to do it our way. So that's what I would love to jump into, because at this point, it hasn't been easy, but you have a focus. You invest consistently in leads, and you seek coaching. You stay in the Zoom, you listen to people, and now you become the trainer, which is amazing. But you're also not just someone who trains, you're someone who does. And at $406,000 issue paid, I mean, there's a good shot you're going to put up 500, 600 this year. December is traditionally the best year to sell insurance because people are thinking about their families. They're focused more than ever. The end of the year is coming. They're trying to get things done that they didn't finish earlier in the year. And so I'm excited to see what that happens. But let's jump into your script. What are your magic words, Elizabethisms, the Jimenez method? What are the Marin magic words that you say to help clients feel comfortable about IULs? And that's what let's spend the rest of our time really in here in this place where you've present an IUL and make the complex simple, because confused people don't buy. People that understand in simple do. And yeah, that light is bright. So whatever you want to, however you, It's okay.
It's simple. It's not so difficult, to be honest. No, I try to connect with the client. It's not so difficult. And I'm not the best with IUL. I'm not the best. I'm pretty sure there are other people with more experience and more vocabulary, more sophisticated. No, I do it very simple. And maybe that's the reason. They understand everything. Because if you are talking like this and your client is here, you never can connect with your client. So I go to the client's level. That's everything. Also, I use only positive words. I use many words like I will help you. I'm here to help you. I understand you very well. I want to understand your situation. Let me work. Let me do my best for your goals. What do you want to achieve in your medium or long term? Because IUL, you have to talk about long term. So it's everything about psychological communication, and I try to lead the client to the position or the position that I want. So in one moment of the call, I just give him commands. Okay, you give me this information. You tell me this. I don't ask him. I'm the owner of the situation. It's like a dance. I follow the clients, and I'm super secure about myself. I have self confidence about what I'm doing because I have the license, know the client, but I do many questions in the beginning because I want to find the client's pain. I want to find the pain. What is hurting you? Your future, your retirement plan. What is going to happen if you don't have the enough money in your future? What will happen? What would be the situation with if you don't make any decision right now? What will be the situation? Are you going to live with your daughter, your family, your son? I try to put them in the situation. It's very psychological.
How did you learn that?
Pardon?
Where did you learn that?
Well, we learn from the best.
Okay.
Oh, she's the best.
Yes.
No, yes, but you know what? You know what? It's because I repeated many, many times. I have done more than 1,000 presentations. So,
I mean, yes, there is so much, like, if you could rewind that last 3 minutes back and watch it 15 times, you will sell so much more life insurance. Go to the client's level. Don't try to show them how many words you know.
no sophisticated words. You will confuse the client.
Only use positive words. That is one of the best things I've ever heard, because there's so much to that when you're saying achieve and goals and future and dreams and positive words, that it warms them up. It's difficult for them to be skepticism and doubtful and critical when you're talking about beauty. Will you talk more about that? Like, what are some of the questions you like? Will you just please? I don't want to talk anymore because I want you to talk more. But like, just keep going on what you're saying. I mean, or how you started. I mean, if we want to go to the beginning, how do you open, take control, introduce yourself? What are some of those right in the beginning things that you're doing?
Yes. Well, since the first moment, I start very like, I'm here and you ask for the information. Hello, Grady. This is Elizabeth Jimenez. I'm calling you because you request an information about IUL. I'm not asking you. If you're a man and your name is Michael, Grady, Carlos, Thomas, you are the person, right? A lot of people start, Did you request an information about IUL? No, I never ask. Okay, so I continue. Tell me, what was the most, how do you say it? I'm not used to do it in English. So, what was the...
You already have a whole ocean of Latino fans. You're about to have a whole ocean of
¿Qué fue lo que más te gustó esta información que viste?
What do you like most about this information?
So, he says, for example, savings.
Okay.
What would you like? What do you want to do with this saving? With those savings? And he started giving me information. This is a conversation, very natural conversation. Like I'm in the living room of my house talking with my best friend. No, I just want to save for my retirement plan. Why you are looking for your retirement plan? How much have you accumulated so far for your retirement plan? No, nothing. How long time are you working here in United States or in your country? Total in your life, how long? How much you have? No, I have 0. So, okay, you're working for more than 20 years and you don't have money for your retirement plan. Okay, now I understand why you are looking for this information and you are interested. Okay, so tell me something. What would happen if you don't make a decision right now and if you are still doing the same that you are doing so far? And he tells me, for example, no, that would be really, really bad because I don't have any option. So you don't have a plan B? No, I don't have it. Usually people don't have. And or Latinos, they don't have. And I say, okay. So
yeah,
it's the same.
So and I continue going deep and deep around the pain. So okay, and maybe you will have to work maybe until your 70s. Oh yes, but I don't want it because you don't know if I will be healthy. Yes, and maybe go to live with your family. No, that would be really bad. I don't want it. So are you agree with me that you have to do that you have to make a decision today, right now? You don't have much time, right? And they say yes. And that's exactly what I want. They say yes many times. Yes. I do intentionally the questions.
That's awesome. And she does all of this with her mic open. All of her new people are listening. And what I love about Elizabeth is that she'll have 20, 30 people in her room and she's selling and they're listening. And, she'll get everything that we all get. I mean, she's not special. She'll get people that would like pounce and goodbye. That's not for me. But they see her going through this dance with this client. And then all of a sudden she's filling out an application right there on the screen. And they're like, holy cow, that's amazing, right? But it's the work, right? That staying consistent and doing it every day. She already know where to take that client. And that only happens with repetition. It's not something magical that we come up with from our, it's repetition, guys. That's the mother of everything. Like repetition, just do it enough.
Repetition is the mother of the excellence.
Yeah, the mother of everything.
I have too much to learn, but
the mother of skill, like so. I love Tony Robbins. You get the same objections, the same challenges, the same problems that everybody does. You just don't go tell everybody about it. You just keep moving and keep dialing, get back on the phone because that's where the money's made. The same thing with lead producers. You make a sale, you post it and then you get back on the phone because that's when the money is made because you want to get done working so you can go spend time with your daughter or go do or live your life, right? Top people don't we used to talk about dialing on Monday nights. Because we would be booking in-person appointments and top people would get all their appointments booked like 2, 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon so they could enjoy the evening with their family, right? If you hit your goals early in the day, and you can have a great life. Like, this isn't about working 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now you can, and you can make great, incredible money, and you can do whatever you want, but it's about just moving fast, learning fast, fail fast, so you can have some great success. So, okay.
You know what, Grady? There's something here really good that Elizabeth does so that could help anyone today. Elizabeth, you're really good, because a lot of people submit a lot of business, but then issue paying is the problem. Elizabeth doesn't have that problem. She'll issue pay her business, and she's very good. I mean, there's no chargebacks in that team. She's like amazing. So one of the things that she has is this follow-up system with this client once she puts that policy in there. And there's certain things that you could delegate, but she said, no, I'm going to get on the phone and I'm going to call that client. There's no delegation when it comes to this. So Can you talk about that? Because I know a lot of people, they put in the business, but then they don't issue pay. It's like you wasted an hour and you're not going to get paid. That sucks, right? So tell them what you do with that follow-up with the client.
Oh, yes, I don't want to lose money. They don't pay me for presentations. They don't pay me for sales.
They don't pay me for presentation. That's it.
Yeah. No, that's the only thing I'm interested. Well, I'm very intense with the follow-up. So I send messages 24 hours in the moment that I submit the application. Hey, Carlos, this is your application for the best option in the market with the best company. And let's see if you qualify. Always, because you never know. Even if you are young, even if you are healthy, you never know. Maybe you have a DUI, or you don't know that your driver's license is expired. So always, let's see if you qualify. I will tell you tomorrow, 48 hours later. Always, I try to keep the communication with the client, because they are sending information requests and many links. So I try to keep the communication with the client. That's very important. I do policy when the client is approved.
Policy delivery we do in our agency, which is powerful.
Yeah, I do it always, and I try to keep a very good connection with the client. It's not that I sold the policy and I forget you. No, I don't want that. Always I pick up the phone when they call me. I'm not scared about they are going to cancel the policy. No, they will send me a referral, and almost always happen. Hey, I have a friend, I have a colleague, and they need a policy, and you gave me an incredible service, and I want you help them. Okay, yeah, because all my communication is about help. I will help you. Let me help your family. Okay, so that's the flawless, how do you say? Like follow-up?
Follow-up?
Yeah.
They give you a testimonial too. They'll give you a quick testimonial video for her client.
Yeah. Also, in the delivery policy, I do a testimonial video, and I put in my social media, and I save in my gallery, my photo gallery, and I send to the clients that are very scared. I know I don't know you. This is in internet, and I don't know if it can work, or if you are real. So I send the video with all my clients. Oh, excuse me.
No, it's okay. And it's Elizabeth, IUL expert. I mean, you branded yourself on social just pretty much about as crystal clear as it gets, right?
Pardon?
Eli Jimenez .IUL expert. Everyone should follow her. She posts great content.
Yes, since the first moment I said I'm an expert.
I want to ask Elizabeth something else, because I know there's a lot of Hispanics that might be watching this video, and they may be looking into getting into life insurance, or they are in another company, not in our company, and they don't have leads. They don't have systems. They don't have leadership. So it's hard for them to really build an agency. And Elizabeth has done that in a year and a half, guys. And everybody's time is different, but she's done it pretty fast. And not just a little agency. Her agency is doing $500K a month. I mean, that's like, hello, let's go, right? And she just hit Hall of Fame. So we're talking big numbers. And she has a bunch of top producers in her team because of her dedication to her team. But Elizabeth, what would you tell those people that are in other companies? They're still knocking on doors. They don't have leads. They're in a very low compensation. What's the difference working with leads, better compensation, and having systems to work with? Because I think that's so powerful.
Well, that's everything. It's everything, because this is the same person, the same personality, the same professionalism 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, I was in another company, insurance company,
Okay.
with no leads, with no system, with no this system. And I didn't have success. So, same person in another environment, in another system, big results. I was super hungry, yes, but I was super hungry in January 2024 and also in June of 2023. So, same person, different position. What was the difference? Leadership, system, leads. And you don't have this geographical restriction, you know? You can work since Hawaii, you can work in Colombia, you can work wherever you want. So it's easier, it's impossible, to be honest.
If you're
It's
at another company,
for me,
yeah.
I don't want to be like arrogant, but for me it's not difficult at all, because I came from something heavier, more difficult. So for me, it's not difficult.
So this is powerful, Grady, because think about it. She was in a place where it was harder to do this, and she was hungrier, but she didn't have any success. And she was working more. She was driving around town. She was buying the leads at $60 a piece. She was doing all the things that they said, but she said only the agency owner was selling. Nobody else in the agency. And I think about that because some of the people that are looking at this right now and they're like, my God, I'm working so hard. And it's been 5 years, because that was me too. But they had a low compensation, no way to grow, no leads, knocking on door. They could only work in a certain place. We could work we opened up the country on virtual, guys. Like I used to sell in Hawaii like crazy when I was selling at a high level. I was like, Hawaii, let's go. I need to finish my week strong. And just take full advantage of that. And that's what Elizabeth has done. And you have some powerhouses in your team because of who you are. I mean, she gets people on Instagram all day, every day, following her and, hey, I want to work with you, because she's showing a lot of results in her team, because she has high standards for them. So I think, Elizabeth is a great, but again, one thing about Elizabeth is, like I told Elizabeth in 2024, you got to go to this convention. And she had no money. She had maxed out credit cards. And I said, if you don't go, then you're not going to do this big. You could stay here and be part-time and do this like everybody else. But if you want to make money, you have to come. And what did you do, Elizabeth?
Immediately, I booked the ticket.
Immediately. And I
didn't think twice. Oh.
I had a lock-in right after. I said, you got to stay for the lock-in so you can sell there. And she's like, okay, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Chances. You got to.
Yes, 5 days. And I was working part-time, but immediately I called my boss and I said, I need 5 days. And they said, okay. Yeah.
So for clarity, there are 1 million people with a life insurance license in the United States of America. I believe it's 1.8 million have a health and life insurance license. 1.8 million.
Wow.
There were 6,485 people that sold a policy with FFL last month, 14,000 year to date. So there is over 1 million people with a life insurance license not selling where we are. And so if everyone that's on this call and works with us, you just know you're at the right place. And everyone who's taking a look at us or not at our company, it's worth a conversation. You got everything to gain and nothing to lose. And so what a powerful story, Elizabeth. Thank you for everything you shared, Digna. Thank you for coming on and giving us some additional backstory. And only use positive words is the thing I'm taking out of this. And they don't pay me for presentations. They pay me to get them done. So, but I'm going to pass it back to you, Elizabeth. Any final thoughts, final words, final inspiration you have for everybody as we close out this incredible call?
Well, Grady, I think be consistent as much as you can. Be consistent and don't stop. If you are doing great and if you are doing nothing or whatever, don't stop, because here is the system, here is the leadership, here is everything. Just amplify your vision and understand how big is this industry, how big is this company, how big is the opportunity that we have in our hands. My life changed in incredible ways, in many ways. And I recommend this industry and this company always, because make miracles in my life. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I can't wait. We do have our convention in 90 days where you will both be speaking on stage on, I'm sure, both sides of the event, the English and the Spanish. And we can't wait for that. But truly, thank you for your heart, your commitment to yourself, Digna. I need a new thesaurus to just start coming up with words on, just to show my gratitude for you. And Elizabeth, I'm so excited for the future.
Thank you.
You're going to build an incredible agency here,
Thank
and
you so
people are going to be so lucky to get to work with you, and especially Digna.
I hope you understand everything.
You did great. You killed this call. Like, yeah. The next one, you're just.
I'm improving. I need to practice more. Okay.
Hey, but we're gonna have it quarterly. We'll have it.
Please, let's talk more, because I never speak in English.
Perfect. You nailed it. So, well, thank you, everybody. Drop a EJ in the chat below to show Elizabeth some love, and thank you both so much. Go crush it. Have an incredible day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Everyone, this is a testament to opportunity. It's a testament to what is possible. October 2020, she moved here from Colombia and didn't even speak English. Guys, you have an incredible opportunity. We have more upside than anyone that's probably doing better than you, right? But you got to make the decision. You got to go after it. You got to push hard. You got to stop making excuses. And if you are making excuses, stop identifying them as who you are. Stop labeling yourself. Label yourself as a winner. Identify yourself as a winner. Identify yourself as someone who's going to figure this business out and go make it happen. So I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. Elizabeth, absolutely incredible. So excited. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week. Here's your moment of Zen.
It was a young man who, he wanted to make a lot of money. And so he went to this guru, right? And he told the guru, I want to be on the same level you are. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit, should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he like, this guy crazy. like, I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further, walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area, the shoulder area. So this old man crazy. He making money, but he crazy. He said, come on out a little further. Came out a little further. It was right at his mouth. My man like, I'm about to go back in here. This God is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, hold him down. My man getting scratching, holding him down. He had him held down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. Beyonce said once she was on the set doing her thing, 3 days had gone by, she forgot she didn't eat. Because she was engaged. I never forget when 50 Cent was doing his movie, I did a little research on 50, and 50 said that when he wasn't doing the movie, he was doing the soundtrack. And they said, when do you sleep, 50? Sleep. He said, sleep. Sleep is for those people who are broke. I don't sleep. He said, I got an opportunity to make a dream become a reality. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me. I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flips, you can be excited when we give away money. But listen to me, you'll never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do. You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money. Because I got it in here.